Hi,
Hi,
nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Firstly, I want to thank you for accepting my invitation and accepting to talk with me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
So, I thought to introduce you to my audience. I have a YouTube channel, uh, which is about connecting with people who lives in different parts of the world. So, I'm
I think
talking
it's
with them. Yeah.
nice, really.
So, can you introduce yourself to my audience?
Yes, of course. My name is Fairouz. I'm from Morocco. I live in a small city called Bani Mellal, and I'm 29 years old. I study in the University of Art and Humanities, and my specialty is English studies. And this is my third year with this is a BA degree. Yes, so that's it. And I love books so much.
So,
Cliche.
so you don't look like 29.
Just
You just 20. Okay, okay. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. Not 29.
Okay. So, what made you to connect with the books? Why you connected with the books? What is the connection between you and books?
Yes. So my mother is really a bookworm. Like she reads too much books, and my father is the same. But honestly, I have never been like so connected with books, like so connected with books until the quarantine and with all what's happening. So yes, usually just reading what the teachers give us in the university or in the high school, or sometimes I read in Arabic as my native language, but and French, but never in English. I was like too scared that it would be so hard and I would just give up. But when the quarantine started, I found like, yes, you study English, it won't be that hard. Or just, it's not my first language and it was hard. But once I started reading, especially I started reading for Colin Hoover, very easy, like so easy, and I was impressed, like, Feiruz, you can do it. And then the addiction started, and now classics, and I read everything, and I'm really enjoying it.
Okay. So, your degree is about English.
Yes, my study.
So, you're perfect in English.
I am
You're very
what?
good. You're perfect in English.
Not perfecting it, but I'm doing my best. Because in the university you don't study, you study grammar, you study sometimes literature, translation, so the efforts are on you mostly. So if you want just to stick to the program, you won't be like so great, but you will talk English fluently. But the, I don't know, the ideas and everything, you can't get them from the university, just the university. You should read.
Okay. Okay. So, books. You love books.
My what?
You love books. You love
Or
books.
yes.
So, what are the books that you love most?
Um, Honestly, I'm just discovering because I said that I started in the quarantine, but usually I love romance, and um, today I will be trying a new genre. Not today, tomorrow I will start Stephen King, the book called, I think it's horror since it's October and everything and the vibes. But general, I enjoy romance too.
Okay. Romance and crime or horror? Your favorite genres are romance and
Thriller. I
thrillers.
mean mysteries and crimes and everything.
Okay, why only romance? Why not others?
I don't know, maybe because I started it, and I love classics, by the way. I have read few, I mean like four books till now, yes, and I think it's amazing. But it's light, and when you are on a holiday and just you want to enjoy something quick, but of course not just romance. There are always some themes like, for example, Colin Hoover, she always talks about psychology. She tangled the themes of domestic violence, rape, abuse, but there is always this story within it, love story.
Okay, you're just a reader or a writer too?
No, I don't write. I just read. I used to write, and I used to be encouraged by everyone in my family and my friends. I used to write in Arabic, and it was really good. But for some reason that I don't know, I quit writing, and I'm feeling guilty. But I have this writing long slump that I can't write anymore.
So how much time you took to become good in English?
How much time?
How much time you took to become good in English? Because your native language is Arabic, right?
Yes, Arabic, and my first language is French. So my third language is English, and I speak another language, Berber Amazigh, which is, we have we don't only speak some of us speak Arabic, some of us speak Amazigh. Uh, it's another whole language. Yes, so mainly for native before its history. Morocco was lived by Amazigh, then the Arabs came, like invasion or something like this, and then they both become one people and one thing. So because my mother is from Amazigh and my father is from the other, I speak both. So you can see Arabic and Amazigh, French, then English. How did I learn? We studied in high school, not just high school before, but mainly in high school, the first year. So you study English for 3 years. Yeah, in those 3 years, if you want to be like really, really good, you should make some effort and watch videos. And I was always encouraged by my sister. She's the biggest. And so yeah, it was easy because there are a lot of similarities between English and French, a lot of words, a lot of things. Then I was like, I really want to discover this language, and I took it as I took it as a specialty in university. Say like in French we say spécialité, and in English, yes. So it's the same, just the Y in the end. Yeah. So it's like a challenge for me to get to the university because it's really hard sometimes. But I'm doing good and I have good grades and I'm trying my best.
Oh, so you know three languages. So you are connecting with three language people, French, Arab, and people who
Yeah, I'm
speaks English. Yeah.
yeah, and Amazon English is the fourth. Yeah, it's great.
So how many languages you want to learn in your life?
I really want to learn Spanish, and I really, really want to learn Chinese or Korean. Those two languages, one of them, and Spanish, of course. This is my goal.
So who influenced you?
Who?
Who influenced you? Who is your who made you to
Speak.
think? Yeah.
Yeah, in Morocco we all speak different languages. Like For example, if you go to the north, you will find people really, they don't speak French, but instead they speak Spanish very fluently. And you will find many people speak Italian in Morocco, like fluently, because they went there looking for jobs and everything. So a lot of people speak Italy. Where I live, like my region, people speak French, Spanish. You can find someone speaking Italian. So the Morocco as constructions, everyone speaks many languages. If you, I mean, like if you are in the university or something, you will not just like find him speaking just Arabic. That is impossible. And one in the university speaking only Arabic. If they don't speak like they are not into languages, you'll find like Arabic and French. Those are the basic languages. Yes.
So, other than learning languages, what do you do?
What do I do? I used to play violin, but I don't do anymore. Okay. I used to play violin for 5 years and then I stopped and I'm trying to uh, back to playing it. But since there is corona and this virus, uh, my teacher who actually will repair my violin because it is broken, can't find him anywhere and I'm stuck. So yeah, I just need to repair the violin and start again. I read and that's it. And I studies and reading books and times I said writing, but just small things, not like writing a novel or a short story.
Okay. So, have you ever thought that I'll write a book and I want to show to the world about my thoughts and my feelings?
Started to write a short story, then I was maybe I should write a collection of short stories and just show it to the world. But I think before doing this, I need to before doing this, I need me as Fayrouz as personality to develop myself so I can show something really to the world. Because I feel like I'm in the process of learning new things and in the process of discovering myself and in the process of understanding the world and understanding everything within the environment of me and everything. So maybe discovering myself and have a good, strong personality, strong ideas that I can defend. Because writing is not just writing. You write what you believe on, maybe in indirect way, but you try to send a message to the reader. Maybe not maybe, but I'm not ready to take this responsibility and just like write, like good words and sweet words and writing style. Yeah, I have the writing stuff but what is in the mind needs to be more developed so I can do something of good quality. Maybe someday. Why not?
Okay. So, what is your favorite book?
This is the hardest question. I have 2 minutes. I can say it ends with us by Colin Hoover for one reason. For many reasons, but mainly for one reason because it was a book that made me craving reading books. It was the start. So, and also the message in it and the messages in it. It changed my way of thinking because I used to read books, as I said, in French and Arabic, but I was always having my perspective and forcing it, never accepting the other perspective. So within It Ends With Us, I changed my mind completely. And now each time I'm reading a book, even though I don't like the character and I disagree with its opinion, like always open-minded and trying to understand. And there is a huge difference between understand the character and just try to understand. Yeah, so it ends with us. It opened that door for me to be more open-minded.
So, you're talking about perception. What is perception?
Yes. Um, before going. into semantics. Think that sometimes when you read, for example, a character, okay, so for example, it ends with us. And now you tell me, I will ask you, there is domestic violence, abusive father, abusive partner who beats their wives and everything. And I used to always be like, why women those like why your husband beats you and he doesn't respect you and still you sacrifice and still you are with him. I never understood this. Never, never. And until this moment I still like find it no. And I used to think that they are weak, and especially if the woman works, like she's independent financially. Why would you stay with him if he doesn't treat you right? And with the book, I think they are strong, very strong, and weak. But mainly, you can distinguish between both of them because they are strong because they support for certain things. I don't know how to explain it with words because the feelings within the book is so overwhelming. Of course, each woman should fight for should reason for me. There's no discussion about this. I'm not justifying the abusive thing, but you can understand why. You can just say weak, weak personality. Like she got something and she is trying. The sentences that really can describe this is Colin Hoover said that we all have a red line. Uh, Once we reach it, we're done. For example, you have a red line. If someone insulted your dignity at a certain point, you're done with him. But once you sacrifice for the person you love and you cross the red line, you don't have a red line anymore. So just say, just this time, just another time, just another time. And then you are in a loop and another circle. And you go and go. So yeah, I think um, I don't know. You tell me, what is the difference between being open-minded and between understanding, justifying, and want
So
to
you
hear
said,
from
yeah, you said, um, you said that why women need to be with the men, by facing all the negative things that she is facing from him. And you said about a financially independent woman. If she can depend on herself, if she can depend on herself, she don't need to depend on men. Then why people are getting married? Why do you think that
yeah.
every woman is sacrificing herself?
No, 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 you
Why
didn't
can't?
get me. I didn't say don't get married. No, I said uh, in rural areas, for example, in Morocco, women get married. They didn't go to the university, they don't work. And of course, they work and they married. I'm not talking about marriage, I'm talking about abusive marriage. So
Okay,
your
okay.
husband beats you and he insults you in front of your children, and you are always with him and you are always supporting the insults. I
Yeah.
can understand if woman is so poor and if she got divorced she will not have the ability to feed her children. She won't have the ability to have a shelter. No, but you are working, you are independent, you've got money. If you got a divorce from the abusive husband who beats you to death, you can have a life. You can have a house, you can have decent food. That's what I'm talking. I can excuse somehow the woman, they don't have a choice. And if they went to their parents, like, we don't have divorced women in our family. You are a shame on us. There are this kind of families. So you can understand, but you are independent. Why not? See what
Okay.
I'm not talking about married, yeah.
Okay, I got you now. So this happens mostly in rural areas.
Yeah, actually, I'm not trying to make everything perfect in my country, but it's very difficult to understand Morocco. We have too many cultures. You go to the city, another thing. You go to the country, it's another thing. You go to the rural areas, it's another reality. So yes, in some really rural, they will, like, just report him. Your father used to beat me when I was at your age. He will came to his mind. Just try to be nice to him. Maybe you are the reason. Maybe you don't know how to treat your husband, and they always put the blame on women. And I really don't like it. They will just say, whatever, now you got divorced and you have 5 children and you came to your father's house and your father is so poor, see, and your husband doesn't have like um, a job. Maybe he works in agriculture, so he doesn't have always the same amount of money every month. Even if you go to the court, yes, even if you go to the court and he should send you money, he doesn't have this money by himself to send you. And it's really complicated in law and in money. And I think money is important to build a family, especially if you have 5 children.
Yeah, you're right.
Am I right or not? You're
Yeah, yeah.
laughing.
No, no,
Maybe,
you're telling something which I'm thinking, you're telling the same. You're right.
yes, I'm feeling the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're telling the 5 children in a family.
What?
You can continue. You was telling about 5 children in a family.
Yeah, I said that if you want to have 5 children and if you want to build a house from scratch and you don't have money, it's a lost case. You can. Because those children, you don't bring them to life to torture them.
Okay.
If you don't have enough money to raise them, to feed them, to it's the scenario repeating itself. You have, for example, 3 daughters. They will marry at 16 to someone who is bigger than them by 20 years, 15 years. And for me, it's pedophilia because 16 and marry someone who's 14. This is insane. And she will get the same mentality as her mother, and her husband will probably abuse her or not. I don't know. It depends, but mainly yes, he won't have this much respect and treat her very good. And she will transfer the same mindset to her daughter and
Yeah, correct.
yes.
How you got this much intelligence?
Am I what?
How you got this much intelligence?
Girls.
I mean, how you got this much knowledge?
You don't have to gain much knowledge when you live in a society. The same thing, like you interact with it. I live in a small city, yes. I have so much privilege so far. My family, my mother and father are both educated, are both minded, are both like whatever you want. But when you see that within your family, within just your family, we're not talking about something or somewhere else. If you go to the country, for example, now I'm not in my home, in the house in the country. Yes, so uh, when you see how people really live and how they really think, and you sit with your aunts and you sit with your cousins and you talk with them, and you have a different mindset in, and you're like, what? It's like a culture shock for me. Then the interaction, um, you start to figure out things. It's like a puzzle. Yeah, so we discuss things a lot. I think I have a lot of privileges. Every time I hear new idea, the first thing is to come to my father. Whatever the idea is, it can be about education, it can be about society, politics, religion, sex. So that's why maybe I can speak up, and in the society you can, if you speak too much, if you express too much, it's just like you are a weirdo. See, I think just with the society, not much, and reading maybe, and not everything comes from reading. The experiencing things can give you more maturity.
Yeah, you're right. Most of your points are making me think.
Yes.
So you're into. I think you're connected with more. to women topics and women abusement and women
Yes,
discrimination.
yes, and I still remember that in university, teacher asked us to choose whatever topic we want and to make like really good presentation. And this presentation will count as an exam, and you have the right to do it with one friend, not more, like two with one presentation. And I was like, I will do feminism. Like I'm really into it. And yes, I'm a feminist and I will do it. Then I read a lot of articles, a lot of articles. It was like 1 week straight just reading, not even writing a note. I was so shocked, like so shocked by it. Why we still need feminism? Because a lot of people think, not I think, I presume, a lot of people presume that feminism is woman against a man, and I'm really against this image that they think about feminism. You women are spoiled and you just want to, uh, I don't know, to make other girls think stupidly just like you. I'm not against men. Like, I think that we are the same. Me and you, we are the same, no problem. And I'm not against marriage or anything. I'm just about why we need feminism. But in example, in Morocco, girls got raped, and the rapists go in the prison for 5 years. And if you ask the society, they will just say, she went outside late at night. She deserved it. She was wearing a jean. She was raped. Why would you blame her? It's not like the outfit or everything that determines. Why would you blame her? She was raped. She's the victim. And if she got sexually harassed in the streets, she's always wrong. And everything you are blamed on it. You are wearing this, you deserve this, and etc. And I think women, I'm not speaking about any other community rather than mine. It is true that Morocco has developed in many ways. I mean, like, develop so much, but still, uh, it didn't reach the much equality. I don't understand how can women and men work in the same job. Still, he got paid more than her, and they come and tell me we don't need any more feminism. Why? Why he got same hours, same jobs, and yes, he got paid more than her. Convince me why. I'm trying to understand it, but there is no logic rather than theism. And if woman is working and hey, I want to marry you and you want to continue your studies, and yes, okay, I will give you that privilege. You can continue. I don't you giving me this privilege. It's my right to work if I'm married or to study at university. You're not giving me anything. It's my right to study or to work. Because you maybe just think that a husband can give and do this and do that. And that's I'm cool. No, you're not cool. You're just being normal. Yes. Just being a man with logic and but people don't much and I find it very easy to women as equal partners in life if they are getting married, but in general they are equal. There are a lot of things to give, but that's it. Enough maybe.
I love the way you're explaining.
The way?
You're explaining.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very good in explaining. So, have you seen any of my previous videos?
Yeah, I watched the one on your story, but I didn't finish them all. But I will subscribe to the channel and see. I think you not from what I saw you look with different not just leaders.
Yeah.
I saw some yoga, therapist yoga,
Yoga
and
therapist, psychologist.
Yes.
Sportsman, yeah.
So, honestly, it's a great concept. I just hope you will reach many views because always the good content not appreciated on YouTube. You know, see, about scandals and see, she fight with that, and this is my routine for this, and this is for that. Yeah, so always the good, mainly the good content doesn't receive much appreciation. But I hope you will succeed.
I want your words to come true. I want your words to become true because even I know that it takes time for me to reach uh, a huge number of audience, but I believe someday uh, it reaches, and a lot of points that you said really makes people to think, and not only in a particular country, they can be living in any country. They will definitely, some person, it can be one view or two views, one person if this watches it and thinks, and if you be the reason for the change for their way of thinking, that is fantastic. You did nothing,
Yes,
just sitting in the home, just telling what you know and what you have achieved, what you have learned, and you're just telling to them. And it may save somebody's life. Uh, they may do something which helps them in their personal growth or something productive. And yeah,
yeah,
100%.
honestly, this technology, social, and everything, never quit doing what you're doing because even though you don't reach many people as audience, if you have 400 subscribers and they listen and they question, because I think that the point about discussions is not changing the other's opinion. I'm not a prophet. I'm not always right, and he's not always right, but questioning things. As a
Yeah,
kid, I used to come with this idea and happy and come to my father. Yeah, see, I discovered this and this. And he just like giving me always the opposite arguments. Even though he agrees with me, like he is on my side. But he said, what about this? And what about this? And I'm like, you're confusing me. I think this confusion and questioning yourself, questioning the things you were raised on. You were raised on certain things, then you will see another perspective of things. I don't want to change your mind. Just question your principles, question everything around you, and if we're always questioning things, I think we'll be great. But we
yeah,
don't. Just
yeah,
take things as they are.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I think if you question, you'll get answers. If you get answers, you'll get knowledge. If you get knowledge, you know what to do and what not to do.
yes, that's
It's nice to spend time with you, know some things about you.
yeah. We can always talk. We can always chat if you want and discuss topics. Really open to the idea, and I have a lot of friends from parts of the world since I was 13 or since I had the access to the internet. Yes, it's
Can I
a
put this
pleasure.
vid- Can I put this video on my YouTube channel? I mean, this recorded video on my YouTube channel with your permission.
Yeah, yeah, of course, feel free. No problem.
Okay. Do you have anything to say to the people, the writers, authors, and the readers who watches this video?
I want to say to everyone, if they are writers or reader or students or anything, just be, it might sound cliche, but be who you are. Try to have as much knowledge as you can. Never, never, never give up of what you are doing because people try to force you to think like they do. And if you feel different and you feel like you have different ideas and see things differently, just stick to it and always be open minded. If you think that you are different, yes, it's good, but be always open minded and try to understand. If you understand the opposite person who got different ideas, you can solve the problem. But if you just like sit, want to fight, and that's it. Try to understand and have a wonderful day.
I want your message to reach all over the planet and all over the world. Thanks again. And your smile is good.
Thank you.
Keep smiling and we'll meet soon again.
I smile a lot.
So take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.